You and I, we never show emotions, we just keep it down, down inside. Yeah, you and I, both longing for expression for the things we like, but we stay quiet. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Oh yeah, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be and you. We're holding back each other in the things we do. It's all so blue. Yeah, what if we could grow just like the flowers through the concrete? Just you and me. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Oh yeah, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be and you. We're holding back each other in the things we do.
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
What is going on? Nakona, Diane, Crystal, Andrew, Tarot and Such Austin, Rosa, Tasha, Sweet Pea, Onyx, Happy, and Bartman James. We got 15 people and we started 10 seconds ago. That's always good. It's always good when we're busy. I do like the action-packed days. I have to say the action-packed days, they make the nights great. Oh, they make the nights great. All right. So we're doing a dark background today because I think that is going to be one of those things. What is going to be one of those things? Samantha, welcome. Lady, what is up? Hello, which deck are you excited about getting soon? I can't wait for the Somnia Tarot. Somnia is going to be good. The Tarot of the Oppositions is good. By the way, news program is coming Saturday. News program is coming Saturday, so that is going to be absolutely magical. You just got to see it. You just got to see it for yourself. Anyway, let us start off with Christina has a question about work. Has a work-related question. So let's go to the Tarot Tower and find some good stuff. Let's find some good stuff in the Tarot Tower. And let's get a good one here. What do we want? We want, I'm going to go with this one. We are going to go with this one. By the way, if you've never been here before, there is no list. Donations take priority and then a pick at random. So it's all about that random feel, that random vibe sort of thing. By the way, this is the Gregory Scott Tarot. If you're not familiar with that, you need to be, because the Gregory Scott is one of my favorites. Rose Manashila. What is going on? Good to see everybody tonight. I mean, it's going to be action-packed. It is going to be action-packed. Tomorrow's Friday. Everybody is ready for the Friday, love. I mean, everybody's ready for that Friday, the weekend, all of the relaxation that's going to occur. I'm telling you now. Rain Rose, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. Let's see what we're doing with the reading for work. We need something exciting here. We need to zoom. We need to zoom and focus. There it is. Okay. Whoops. There's the focus right there. I mean, let's see what's happening here. As far as work goes, we have a continuation of work, basically work getting better. Rosa, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. The Ten of Pentacles indicates that work gets better or work flourishes, right? We're not talking about winning the lottery or anything like that. That's just one of those. But it is all about the work flourishing, work getting better, working, improving. Nakona, thank you for your donation. Four of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the King of Cups. Basically, you're relocating. You're relocating a position. You're relocating with somebody else. It's almost like somebody else comes along with you. Now, the interesting part about this, I think that when you leave, I think that when you exit, I think that when you go to the next space, the next place, which I think is a different location, we see that from the Six of Swords. We're going from one island to the next island via a sea or via a lake, right? So it's not like the same landmass. Rose, thank you for your donation. It's not the same landmass. It is a different landmass. So I think it is a different location based upon the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is obviously going from a place of maybe, a little bit of challenge to some place it's going to be a lot better. And the Four of Wands says that it's going to be your new home. Like, this is a place you're going to be for a long period of time. This is definitely your home, that Four of Wands feel, as well as it sort of gets you closer to home, gets you in that mode of being close. King of Cups says there is some emotional. YouTube user and Samantha, thank you for your donations. The King of Cups says there is a lot of emotional satisfaction from it. It's like everything lifts up. Everything is not so hard. Everything is not so tedious anymore. You have a lot of good news with that as well. So yeah, there's that. There is that. All right, different location, definitely. Boo-boo, welcome. Linda, Paula, welcome. By the way, Paula has a video of my cloth. Paula picked up my cloth. She has it on her channel, and it's a fantastic video. Paula, I'm very happy that you like that cloth. I'm extremely happy that you like that cloth. So good news all around. Good news all around. So we got a defined move of work in the last reading. Let's see if we got some defined love coming in soon for Rain, Rose. Rain, I'm telling you now, I see something nice, Rain. Something nice. I see something nice coming in here. This is going to be it. This is going to be it, right? Star Bright, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. I'm just saying, this is going to be one of those nights where we have a lot of good news. I can tell you now. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Jay, what is going on? Good to see you as well. All right, let's sort of see what we're doing here. Six of Pentacles, that makes sense. The Three, the Lovers, and the Page. All right. Overall, I see you having a long-distance relationship. I see you having a long-distance relationship with someone that it's like someone that you usually wouldn't go for, but you just do it. Okay, Rain, this is one of those things where the long distance in the relationship realm makes you happy. It's like being away from this person, being at a distance from this person makes you a little more comfortable. I think as they're sort of come in, as they're here, you do have this feeling of, I'm not really sure if I could take this person for a long period of time with that, but in short doses, they're fantastic. Short doses, they are just literally magical. And I think that's one of the key components here. You don't want to be with them 24 hours a day. You never want to be married to this person 24 hours a day. You just don't want that. Six of Pentacles in short doses, in the small coin doses, it feels fantastic. But that Three of Pentacles, not something that you have to work with. The Lovers, it's a good connection, but not a good, strong connection that's going to carry you over to the next phase. And the Page of Cups, right? It's so magical. It's so great in short doses. And I think that leads you to almost this fantasy that it could work. I think that you end up trying to make it work and it just doesn't. Overall, let that long distance stay long distance. I think that is your key. That is your big, big factor here. That is your big, big factor here. Rain is that long distance. So I'm just saying now, trying to make it short distance is really going to be challenging. It's really going to be challenging because, again, the person is very intense. They are very sort of in your face. And a lot of times you just don't want to deal with any of that. But speaking of what, I don't want to deal with this Tarot Tower cam being like that. All right, we're going to go with this for Rosa. This one here is one of my favorites. It is one of my favorites. By the way, in case you're not subscribed to the channel, you're crazy. I'm just saying, We got news on Saturday. All the decks that you need on the news program. Today, we unbox the Rose Tarot, which is freaking gorgeous. It's Nigel Jackson. The last Nigel Jackson deck is selling for $700. So I'm just saying, if you want to pick a tarot up, this is a nice one. See my review. It's nice. I love it. I think it's going to be possibly the best reading deck that I have in my collection. I immediately had this vibe from this deck, right? I just had this vibe from this deck that it's serious and it's intense and it knows where it wants to go. It has a mind of its own. I'm just saying. I mean, that's just my feel, entertainment purposes only. I'm telling you now, the Rose Tarot is going to be my go-to deck. It is going to be my go-to deck for just pure information, just a pure read, right? I think it's going to be there. Anyway, let's I'm telling you now. Will the ex contact me again? No. Let's see again, right? You're looking at a short term, 3 months, 6 months. I don't think so. I really don't. They're carrying the weight, they're carrying the burden of what you already had, of what they're currently dealing with now. I think they leaped from you into a mess. They leaped out from a cactus and into a trap or something. It feels like the next thing that they got into just didn't work out at all. You have fights, you have the defensiveness, a lot of fire here with these wands. I'm going to say now, a lot of fire here with these wands. I think they didn't want that much. They didn't want that much from this particular thing. They're getting better at it, and they do sort of ride back into the picture a little bit. Not something that's going to be very soon, though. It feels like it's very distant. It feels like they need to deal with what they need to deal with now. Not something that they're just going to be excited about doing. So, there's that. There is that. Not something they're too excited about doing. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to say it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while, maybe a long while with that. I do think that they do sort of ping you, sort of contact you. But it's almost like they don't want to get together again. They just wanted some information, or they wanted some factors with that. Christina, you did miss it indeed. But luckily, Christina, there's always the video. There's always the video. Tiny Blossom, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. Let's go to the next reading. Let's have a little party in here by using this one. The Gentle Tarot. Such a fantastic deck. There, I can count on one hand how many Kickstarters that I have that I love. One hand I can count. So, Kickstarter decks are not going to be in my future. We're gonna move past them Kickstarter decks into the next thing, right? Yeah, because let's not do that. Let's not do the Kickstarter decks anymore. I'm going to pre-order it. I'm going to pre-order it. Life purpose. What is your life purpose? If I'm in Nakona and I'm sitting here watching a tarot stream and I'm like, I'd really love to know, what is my life purpose? Why am I here? What is happening with that? The Emperor says taking command is one of the key factors with it, okay? I don't think that you want to just ride the waves. I don't think you want other people to be in command. I don't think that you want somebody to have power over you, especially now. I think this is your time to shine. This is your time to take the steering wheel and to go places that you need to be. The Two of Cups says you're sort of involved with somebody else during this process, right? You and somebody else really sort of hit it off, not necessarily romantically, but more of just sort of a mission, right? They're on the same mission as you. You're on the same mission as them. And you get this understanding, or you get sort of this movement involved where everything is exciting, everything is awesome, everything is fun. And this sort of drives your purpose. I'm not saying another person is your life purpose. I'm saying that once you meet this person, once you sort of connect with them, You two make such an amazing team that you sort of launch into a lot of things that you're very excited about. Again, this is sort of your teammate. This is sort of a person that is going to be there. Is going to have a lot of action with this. Two of Stones says that it is a bit of a juggle. It is different things happening at the same time. You do have to sort of make decisions quickly and try to figure out sort of where you're going with that. Overall, it just sort of involves creating things, creation. And again, this person just is right there with you. They are creating it with you. They are on your side and things like that. So creating things, basically just producing things and just sort of having that creativity flowing and just sort of making things. Could be painting. It could be building something. It could be, sculpting. I don't know, just sort of creative and just unleashing your creativity, as well as could be online, right? Things like that. Matilda, welcome. What is going on? Good to see you. All right, we got a little rose flower thing going on. A little rose flower thing going on. Where's Rose at? A general from May. Let's do it. Let's do it for rose flower and find out what the general looks like. We can use this one here. We can use this one here. All right. Rose wants to know a little of the general action. We're going with the Four of Wands and Judgment. I would say that May is just a comfortable place for you. Nothing extreme, nothing just too drastic. I don't think anything that just throws you for a loop, throws you out of your comfort zone. I just don't see it happening. Just don't see it happening. I see more of it sort of a moving forward into the next thing, moving forward and getting a lot of things sort of handled. The Four of Wands is sort of being at home. It's sort of that home feel, but it is a lot of comfort, and May just feels comfortable. It feels like you don't really want to stretch out too far. I do think you have a couple of times that you do have opportunities to really stretch farther than you want to stretch. I don't think that you should do that in May. Judgment says at the end of May, your opportunity will come. So you're looking at expansion. You're looking at sort of getting into the next big thing. I think that's going to be more of a June than a May. I think May is sort of a time to just sort of lay back and figure out what is the next big project and sort of organize what you have going. Because if it's not organized, if it's not sort of figured out what is happening during sort of what you're doing, you're not really going to be prepared for the next stage. So there is your May thing. And we'll go on to the next one, which is Samantha. Samantha wants to know, throwdown. We got a bunch of coworkers, apparently. We got a bunch of coworkers that we want to find out what they think of us. Find out what they think of us. And I think the Gilded Tarot Royale was going to do that. All right. We got a tarot throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
So we're going to use the Thoth for the throwdown, as we always do. As we always do. No hesitation with the Thoth here. What do they think of me? We're going with Cynthia, CMH. Cynthia, we got Megan, we got Heather. I'll find out what they think of me. All these exes live in Texas. I mean, I don't know. CMH, we got Cynthia. What about Cynthia? Cynthia, kind of a pain in the ass. Cynthia is kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, this was definitely somebody that was on purpose, that was purposefully mean sometimes. Definitely somebody, and you do see this toxicity throughout this entire read. Look at this stuff. It's almost like every person has some toxicity to them. But Cynthia just wanted a battle. Cynthia wanted a throwdown, not a tarot throwdown either. Tammy, welcome. What is going on? Cynthia wanted that throwdown. That's just how she was. Somebody that liked that, somebody that got energized by the challenge, somebody that wanted to compete, somebody that wanted to combat. And they found it. They found it in you. So Cynthia, a bit of a pain in the butt. Megan is more of a poison pill. A little bit of a poison pill where they just didn't have a lot of things happening. So, and when they arrived, right? Jay, thank you for your donation. When they arrived, they did bring the good and bad. You see good and bad with the last one, which was Heather. You did see good and bad with Heather. You did see good and bad with Megan. But, I mean, they weren't as bad as Cynthia, definitely. But Megan was someone who on a good day would really just light up the room. And on a bad day, they had a lot of problems. I mean, on a bad day, they literally would bring in problems with them. They were the poison pill. And you just sort of have Heather at the end. Heather just lacked anything. It's almost like that she lacked emotion sometimes. She just sort of wanted to just be there and just leech off of other people, more or less, right? What they thought about you, I mean, she thought that you were nice. She thought that, but again, she's more of a leech. The other ones just had their own internal problems as they went, right? Anyway, let's find out what we got going on next. Starlight, Star Bright has a question down below. What's going to happen between me and A in the next 2 weeks? White Fly Tarot. You like it? It stinks up the room, but I'm glad to use it for you. I am happy to use it for you. A little bit of the white fly stank is going to be in the room. Going to have to wash the hands after the stream after this one. Going to have to wash the hands after the stream here. I'm just saying. I am just saying Christina's coming over. Going to have to wash the hands before we get involved with Christina after touching the White Fly Tarot. I mean, Star, we got 2 weeks to go. We need to find out what is going to happen with that. What is going to happen with that? The Nine of Pentacles is a bit of an unusual one here, especially next to like Justice, King of Swords and whatnot. It feels like that, I think that A just sort of gives up a lot of power. They sort of hand out their power. They hand out a lot of abilities. They could have done a lot of things. They could have done some things to salvage some relationships. They could have done some things to sort of make things better. They just didn't want to. They don't seem incentivized to do that. Not something that excites them by far, right? Give the Ten of Wands. It just seems too much. And with the King of Swords, with the sort of the totalitarian, with that sort of power thing going, Justice says they're trying to find a bit of a balance between you and them, right? You and them. They're trying to find out the balance between that because they don't really want to give up a lot of power, but they don't really want to give up a lot of things, but they really need to sort of step up and do some things. They need to step up and make some things happen, and they're just not doing it. That's one of the problems, right? Ten of Wands, it's just a little too much. Now, you could have a little factor in here where they just are overloaded with everything else. Sometimes that happens. You just unloaded everything with everything else, overloaded, and you just can't really deal with anything extra, right? You're tired. You're worn out. You have a lot of things happening with that. But the Nine of Pentacles says overall, it seems to be nice, right? Nine of Pentacles says what we've worked on between you and A. I think what we've worked on, it works. It functions. It breathes. It's nice. And we can sort of rely on that, especially for the next 2 weeks, right? The next 2 weeks, we can rely on that. We can lean on that, and we can do all of that. YouTube user, is E keeping tabs on my Instagram? Are you being stalked? I mean, YouTube, are you being stalked? I don't know. If I'm going to be stalked, I am going to use the ultra super thin deck right here. Super thin deck, known as the, do I even have the book? Okay, do I have the book? Did I keep the book? Maybe I did, maybe I did not. Okay, maybe I did not. Okay, anyway, this is the something tarot. The something tarot, the something tarot, because I put up the box, and I shouldn't have done that, quite frankly. I put up the box, I should not have done that. Anyway, pretty deck, just really thin. The animal, the something animal. Anyway, Samantha, thank you for your other donation. Are they keeping tabs on me? Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes, actually. The Hermit, they're shining a light on your good situation. Samantha, thank you for your donation again. The Hermit, they're shining a light. They're looking at you. They're shining a light. They're illuminating the situation over there. And they want to do that. They want to do that. All right, YouTube, I got your first one. All right, I appreciate that. Yeah, so you do have that factor. You do have that factor where they are looking at things. They are shining a light on it. I think they should want to keep tabs on you. They want to make sure that you're still in the same place. You're still doing the same thing. High Priestess, they think that you're holding secrets back from them. You're holding secrets back from them. That's what they feel. The High Priestess, the secrets, the Knight of Wands acting on those secrets, moving into those secrets. They want to sort of discover where you're at. They want to discover what those secrets are. And they think that maybe on your Instagram, maybe when watching your social media, they might learn it. They might learn it. I mean, having secrets or not, that's up to you. But they think that you're holding something back and they want to learn what that is. And your other question, how they feel about me, there is no contact. Let's find out about that. Right. Okay. How do they feel about me? There is no contact. Well, no contact, but they are watching you. I mean, if they are watching you, that's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. That means they're definitely going to be contacting you eventually. And they're, sort of trying to figure out where to go in here. Again, the secrets thing, you really don't know where that's going to be at. I mean, what do they feel? What do they feel? We don't have any contact now. I think they still have some emotion. They're still in that emotional stage. They're still feeling these emotions. I don't think the emotions have left them yet. They still do that. They still have that bottled up. The Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance, especially around the 9, the Wounded Warrior. Things did not work, okay? Things did not work, and we have to deal with that. We have to figure out how that's going to go, because that's going to be one of the important factors here. So they are a wounded warrior. They're holding on to the emotion, and the Page of Cups are not willing to let it go. Part of the problem here is that they're just not good at processing their own emotions. I think that they try to sort of sort out their emotions. They try to figure out how they're going to move forward with them or where they're going to move forward with them at, right? They do want a better place. They do want your relationship to get better, but they don't know how to do that. And if they don't know how, they're trying to figure it out. They think maybe if they learn something and they can sort of have that gotcha moment or something like that, that's going to help. But yeah, that's obviously not going to be very constructive at all, especially with not really understanding how to fix the situation, understanding how to sort of process some of the emotions that they are indeed having. So yeah, they still have the emotions. They still want some things to work out, but they just don't know where to put the Band-Aid to make it happen. To make it happen, you got to put the Band-Aid in the right place. You just have to do it. All right, Tiny Blossom, thank you again. I appreciate that. Tiny Blossom, I do not see your question. If you have a question, Tiny Blossom, let me know what it is. And oh yeah, you do up here. Okay. Don't even Blossom. My question: will me and my ex get back together next month? Next month. That is a short time frame. That is short indeed. What deck do we want to use to get back together? Going with the Modern Love. Modern Love is such a great deck. That is such a fantastic deck. I'm just saying, I really love this deck. This is, it makes it, Christina got me some oil pastels, and I am going to break those out and use those and try to create something. See how it looks, because that is a world of unknown to me. That is a whole world of unknown to me with the oil pastels, but I'm pretty excited about it. The next month, will the ex and I get back together? Knight of Wands, Knight, 8 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords. We're giving this a thumbs up. It feels good. It feels good. This is where you want to be. This is one of those readings where you want a certain cards and you get it, right? It drops right in your lap. 2 Knights is a movement card, all right? 2 Knights is a movement card. We have one person moving towards the other person. We have movement in both directions. And I think that we're able to meet in the middle. We're able to find that common ground. We're able to find where we need to be to make it work, because that's the biggest factor here, right? You need to find that common ground or that place where it is going to work. One person can't do all the work. One person can't just sit around and reap all of the benefits. You have to have that mutual, that sort of that contingency, that mutual thing happening, right? And the 2 Knights coming together, that is extremely powerful. It talks about that we are able to get that common ground, that middle ground, and make it work. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, we're able to work at it too. Eight of Pentacles is the work card. We're making these pentacles, we're hanging them on the wall next door. And the Eight of Pentacles says, I'm willing to do the tasks that are involved to make things happen, right? Because again, if you just sort of come together and you don't fix any of the problems, you come together and you're not able to negotiate a middle ground there, it's going to be difficult because now you're going to have a reinitiation of all the problems that you had before. That's not what you want. That's not what anybody wants. Eight of Pentacles says, I'm willing to put forth the effort to make this happen. And the Page of Swords is the communication is sort of crossed in some ways. They think that getting back together is going to get them this, or they think the rules are going to be this. You think the rules are going to be different, right? That's one of the factors here. Is sort of figuring out which way you're going to lean. Page of Swords says you have a little bit of a communication sort of a challenge as we initiate that, but I think it'll work out. High Priestess, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. YouTube user, we already got the no contact. We got the keeping tabs and all that stuff. Jay, job interview tomorrow and Monday. The outcome, it's a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
All right, we're gonna do a throwdown with a golden tarot. Oh no, let's do this one. Let's do this one. One of my faves. One of my freaking fave decks of all time. Where's my box? Like, what did I do? Where's my box? What did I do with the box? I don't even know where my box is on this. You know, I'm bragging about that I can read the box stuff. And okay, all right. The modern manga or manga, depends on your mood, tarot. The modern manga tarot, this is where it's at. We got to throw down. Okay, what that means is you have one tomorrow. We're going to do it up there. You have one Monday. We're going to do that down here. So Monday, tomorrow. Let's focus on tomorrow because that tomorrow is going to be the one, obviously, that's on your mind the most. Eight of Swords says they really box you in here. They box you in. They put you in a position you're not comfortable, Jay. You're not, they put you in this weird position where you're just like, oh yeah, I don't really know what to do next. I don't really know how to react to this. I'm not sure sort of where we're at in this sort of part one of the interview, right? But yeah, the Seven of Cups, it's going to be a trick question day. It really is. One of those trick question days where you don't really know what they're going to do next. You don't really know sort of where you fit. And you definitely feel confused. Definitely feel confused in part one, right? The tomorrow. Seven of Cups, there's way too many options. You're throwing way too many things at you. And the Eight of Swords, they're not really letting you shine. They're not really letting you be who you need to be. They're sort of just, they're sort of just putting you into a corner and just sort of making you, basically making you work for it. All right. And the Monday comes. Page of Wands says it's almost like that they're asking the wrong question on Monday. Basically, they're asking the wrong questions. And you feel awkward. You feel like maybe I should have prepared for like a completely different interview because this is really weird. Overall, I think it works out. We're going to have a thumbs up that you come out on top. Even though we have the Three of Swords, the cutting card, I feel like that they basically give you an option about what you want to do. So you have a little bit more flexibility, you have a little bit more options as you leave there. You do feel confused. That's one of the things definitely of confused on tomorrow. And Monday is a little less, but you're not really sure where they're going to go with it, right? But I think overall, we're going with a thumbs up that everything works out good. I think that they like you and they sort of making you uncomfortable tomorrow sort of blends into their positivity or sort of the better outcome that you will have on Monday. So just be ready to think on your feet. That's one of the biggest factors here is thinking on your feet. Because if you don't, you're going to get stuck in this weird position where you're just going to be like, I'm not really sure what the hell happened yesterday. I'm not really sure if I want to go Monday or not, right? Anyway, just think on your feet. Be prepared for that. If you go in with this agenda, if you go in with this illusion that they're going to do certain things, it may not happen. You got to keep that open mind and that open wallet there. All right, this might hurt you? No. I want to use mine. Let's use mine. Let's use mine. This damn thing's still being printed. What are they doing? What are they doing that it takes this long? It takes this long to print my tarot deck. The last time they did it, they cranked it out in a week. By the way, my book prototype, not the book prototype is being printed. ETA is 1 week. ETA is 1 week. So they're talking about May the 7th. So we're looking at not Monday, but the following Monday. I should have the book in my hands. We're going to make a video. We're going to parse through the book page by page. We're going to look at the quality. We're going to look at the print. We're going to see how it smells. We're going to see how heavy it is. We're going to see how it looks. We're going to see how the graphics turned out. We're going to see about the scan codes, the QR codes in there. We're going to break the whole thing down. We're not going to go page by page, but we are going to break the book down into parts, and we're going to see what I like, what I don't like. Is this acceptable? We're going to go with it. And yeah, that's what the prototype is for. I'm going to do it live. I'm going to do it live in front of all of you, Because when I printed it, they did ask, what type of quality do you want? I said, the highest you have. They were like, well, I mean, you know, do you want what paper do you want? I was like, the best that you have. They're like, what cover do you want? I'm like, the best that you have. What style of printing and, you know, what size? I want the biggest that you have. So it's the extreme. I went to the extreme on the book, which, I want to do that. I want to do that. So yeah, there's that. No to barcodes. It's not a barcode. It's a scan code. It's like that big. And okay, so 17 Joy. It's actually a QR code where you can, while you're reading a chapter, you can QR code scan it, and you can go to a video that explains what you're reading. So you can get a video and read at the same time. Anyway, High Priest wants to know, do the bosses like me? Are they impressed? Are they impressed? Wheel of Fortune says you're pretty regular. You come in, you get your stuff done. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, I know that sounds lame. Okay, High Priest, I know you're like sighing right now. It sounds lame. I'm telling you, when you come in, you're regular, you're reliable, you're dependable. That is a lot. That is a lot, because so many people are just not that way. Knight of Pentacles, you don't quite feel at home there yet. You're still getting settled, right? It almost feels like you're still getting settled. Maybe you have some things that are just there you don't like. Maybe some of the bosses are not exactly who you want to sort of be with and whatnot. Knight of Pentacles says that comfort level may not truly be there. Nine of Cups overall says you really have a lot of good things there, though. You can point your finger at a couple of things that really make you want to come in. That obviously the check is nice. It's nice to get paid. But overall, this is a place where where you can sort of get to know everybody. Four of Swords says that basically they like you. Basically, they like you, and they are impressed with your work. We're missing a lot of cards here, though. I mean, come on, High Priest, you've been here long enough. We're missing Pentacles. We're missing Pentacles, right? We're missing some of the stuff that we have joint stuff, like the Two of Cups or some family cards, something that you're part of the family and something like that. Overall, it looks a bit shaky. It really looks a bit shaky. It looks like maybe this is not something that you're going to be there forever. But you're reliable. You're dependable. You do have a lot of things that you bring to the job. They do like you. But we're missing a lot of good cards. Nexus, welcome. Good to see you as always. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. YouTube user wants to know, will I pass my econ course this semester? Let's get her done. Let's get her done with the Light Seers Tarot. The Light Seers Tarot. Let's see how that works and what happens. And what happens indeed with passing the economy course. Because the economy is, you never know what's next. You never know what's next. All right. Passing a course, Page of Swords, Death, 10 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands. I'm going to say yes. I mean, we're going to go for a thumbs up there. Going to say yes with that. The Page of Swords is sort of the key here, especially towards death. It's like you're ready to move on to the next thing. Shannon, thank you for joining the family. I appreciate that so much. Page of Swords into death. You're moving into the next space. You're moving into the next big thing. And that's what you really want, right? You want to go into the next course. And I think that you pass it. You're able to pass it. You're able to move into the next thing. Because that's it. That is it, right? Death, rebirth, getting into the next project, getting into the 10 of Wands, which I think the course after this is more of a pain in the butt than this one, okay? 10 of Wands, carrying the course, carrying the knowledge into the next course. Page of Swords says you do have that. They do have the book. It's an open book sort of test feel to where you feel like you have the knowledge you need from the book. The 3 of Wands, you did pay attention. You were watching. You were listening. You were sort of reading, picking up what you needed and all of this other stuff. I'm going to go, again, I'm going to go with a thumbs up. We are going to go with a thumbs up. Really feels like that is going to be it. All right. What else we got? Anybody got any questions? Vinay, may I know what me and Jeshua friends with benefits will go? Vinay, let's find out. Let us find out where you are going to go with that. Where are you at? Where are you at, Vinay? I know Jeshua and the friends with benefits are go. Pull a couple of cards by using... 17 joy. All right. Need higher wisdom. Need higher wisdom. I'll be happy to give you some higher wisdom, 17 joy. Let's find out where the higher wisdom is going to go by using a higher wisdom deck. Oh, man. This one's pretty good. This one's all right indeed. This one feels good. That Mons Tarot action. The Mons Tarot action. Feels like where we need to be. Where we need to be. Samantha had a second question. Samantha, that was your second throwdown, right? Already did that one? I already did that one, I believe. You had another throwdown, right? Samantha. So, quit my job, hired Rosemary. How is she doing in that position? Yep, we got it. You are next, Samantha. All right, 17 joy in the meantime. Higher wisdom needed. Let's give you the higher wisdom indeed and find out what is going to be the next big thing. The next big thing. We got, let's see, Samantha is up there. We got the course. We got 17 joy and we got Samantha. All right, cool. Yeah, Samantha, I got your question in the queue. We got you in the queue, Samantha. We got you in the queue. All right. Your next, let's see, Samantha's next question. After I quit my old job, Rosemary, how's she doing in that position? Yep. There we go. All right. Get to that in a minute. And in the meantime, we'll go to 17 joy. Higher wisdom is needed. Higher wisdom is required. I mean, the Ace of Wands says that higher wisdom is hard to come by. It's difficult to come by because it just seems like you have a lot of things working against you right now. That 6 of Pentacles, though, right? I think that you basically have help. You have help. You have somebody that is on your side. Could be a guide. It could be somebody a real person. It could be a lot of different things, but you have help with that. Somebody sort of providing things. Somebody sort of giving things. Somebody sort of providing what you need to have when you need to have it. So higher wisdom, I don't think is going to be that difficult for you. Not going to be something that you desperately need. It does come sort of naturally. Wheel of Fortune says higher wisdom basically says that you're on the correct path. What comes around goes around. Now, on this path, you do have a couple of challenges. One challenge is sort of trying to figure out the balance between different things that you're doing, or the balance between your time, the balance between your energy. Because I think that your energy is hard to come by a lot of times. It feels like it's very challenged sometimes to sort of get the energy you need to do some of the things that you need as well. The 2 of Wands, it does feel like that you have enough control to find the type of type of activity, the type of focus that you want to be on, but sort of getting that in the correct context or getting that in the correct mode is going to be difficult for you sometimes. But again, I think that you're handed a lot of information, either through dream, either through intuition. Basically, somebody is there sort of helping you, assisting you with that. Starting new things, though, is going to lead you to the higher wisdom indeed, is going to lead you to the place that you need to be. I don't think doing the same things over and over is going to get you in that end state. I think reaching out, starting new things, finding the new avenues that you need to be on is going to be one of the big factors here. So there is your higher wisdom and how to sort of find it indeed. All right, let's get Samantha's second question there. After I quit the whole job, the old job hired Rosemary. How is she doing in that position? Let's find out by using the Divine Tarot, the Tarot of the Divine, one of those two. One of those two things. We got to figure it out that we get YouTube user. N and I end up married in the future. Let's see what is going to happen with that. All right. Rosemary appears to be okay. I think Rosemary's actually looking for another job. Rosemary is looking for another job at this time. That just feels like another job at this time. You have her checking out the Seven of Cups, looking in the distance, trying to find something that's going to be a little bit better. She's okay. I mean, I'm not saying she's not happy, but she could use another job. You know, it's one of those where you may find something else. She's just not getting paid what she would ultimately like to be paid. And that's one of the main problems here. Page of Cups as well. She got a mixed reception when she sort of got into that position. So some people liked her, some people didn't. I think some of that drama that you experienced, she's sort of buried within that a little bit. I think that she's handling it okay. She's able to sort of cope with it pretty well. But the Four of Coins says she keeps to herself, right? She keeps her head down. She keeps her nose clean. She keeps to herself. She doesn't want to be involved in any of that. She just wants to go home. So it is one of the feelings that, I mean, yeah, I need to, I need to find another job. I can't right now. It's not going to be something I can do. I'm not getting the pay that I originally had hoped for. And there's some wild stuff going on here. I'm just saying. All right, YouTube user will N and I end up together. Christina and Linda, thank you for your donations. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see what we got next. We're going to go. I'm telling you now, we're going to go with this one. We're going to go with this one for N. I think that, are you getting married or not? Do you want to be? YouTube user, do you want to be? I'm just asking the question. I think that sort of is a natural next step, right? Do you really want to be? Because the Magician, Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. I think that you're on a path of basically on-off relationship. You come in here and you ask the questions and whatnot. So I think most of us have sort of encountered the same situation, right? We've encountered the same situation. You have an on-off relationship. You have two aces, YouTube. You have two aces. It points to a reinitiation of something or starting something new. And I think when it comes to both of you, I think the excitement, the exhilaration, sort of where you're at and where you're sort of energized is that beginning. We have the ace and the ace. So having something that is there all the time, having something that's super reliable, having something that I would go as far as say could be boring, I don't think it's going to be your speed. Okay. I just don't know what I think it's going to be your speed. I think that energizing, it's a Vox Arcana tarot, by the way. The energizing part of the newness, the energizing part of sort of being apart, being together, really sort of makes the whole thing work. And the two aces point to that initiation being there. Magician says that you're good at starting, stopping. That's going to be sort of the recurring theme here, basically, right? So marriage, I don't really think that works. I think that the re-energizing, the sort of the being away, being together, it could be that maybe both of you are good with short doses, right? Maybe this person is so freaking annoying that short doses makes it work. And long doses of that person may not make it work, similar to what we had before, right? Anyway, journaling at tarot, that is going to be it. Linda, thank you for your donation. Christina, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Let's get some tarot journaling in. What's a good deck for that? What's a good deck? I am just saying, this is going to be the magic. This is going to be the magic right here. Linda, this is going to get you the news. It's going to get you the good news, right? It is going to get you all of the good news right now. Right now, Linda. Right now, we're literally throwing down. We're literally throwing this down into the journaling. Now, Two of Swords says you feel like you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Am I doing it right? Now, that's the important point, Linda. Don't question that. Don't question this at all. Don't question this at all. That Two of Swords says you know what you're doing. You're entering that new world. You're entering this world of unknown. And you want to be passionate with it. Temperance, okay? Don't overdo it. Don't feel like you need to write a freaking book. Because, you don't feel like you need to write a book. Some days it's going to be 1 or 2 sentences. Some days it's going to be 4 or 5 paragraphs. Make sure that you're comfortable with the level every day and you're comfortable getting the stuff that you need done, because temperance says keep that balance, right? Linda, don't go overboard. Don't go underboard. Keep that balance. Keep what you need to do. 3 of Pentacles, be creative. You know the difference between 3 and 8 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is creativity. 3 of Pentacles is also involving other people. I want you to do both, Linda. I want you to do both. You need to involve other people. In other words, show off your journal, okay? Make it a good journal. Make it a fun journal. Make it something awesome. And do different color pens, right? Just make it yours, Linda. Make it yours, Linda. Make it yours, okay? And your special place, your special writing, your special journey. And 3 of Pentacles says be creative with it. And lastly, the Princess of Swords. Make sure that you get it done. Make sure that you get it done. Don't skip. Don't skip. Do it when you need to. Do it when you want to, but make sure that it gets done. Make sure that that gets done. That is going to be the exciting part. And Christina has joined us for the last 2 readings, which oddly are the Christina readings. All right, the last 2 readings of the night, because we are ending soon. All right, let's find out the Christina readings. What deck you want? They're your readings. You don't care. Dealer's choice. It is a dealer's choice. I'm going to go with the Poe. I'm going to go with the Poe for the cruise. I think the Poe with the cruise gets it done. I think the Poe has all of the magic that we need. Need a cruise deck. Yeah, I'll make one. I'll call it the non-tasty tarot. Or no, I'll call it the Cruise Tarot? The Tom Cruise Tarot. What do you think?
No.
The Tom Cruise Tarot, the cruise. All right, we're going on a cruise apparently. And we need to highlight the correct question. We're over here messing around. Will there be a cruise vacation in October, or will there be a pandemic? Will there be a pandemic? We got the ships right here. We got the Royal Caribbean ships. They're leaving the port, and we have our tickets here. We're waiting for them to arrive. The cruise is here. The cruise is here. So the cruise does arrive. That's the good news. Now, it is a bit on the unknown side. You have a couple of unknown factors, a couple of unknown things kind of here, right? But one of the excursions goes a bit unusual. It doesn't go as well as it should. Definitely doesn't have that. Another thing, it's hard to sleep. It's difficult to get the sleep. It's difficult to get sort of the rest in. You feel tired. You're going to end up feeling tired because there is excursions. There's a lot of activities, a lot of expectations. There's too much to do.
So this is a sure thing.
Too much to do. All right. And I think one of the factors here that happens, I think, on a cruise is you try to do everything on the first 2 days. It's a 7-day cruise. You try to do everything on the first 2 days and you're just about dead on the 3rd day. I don't think you should do that. I think we need to balance it out, need to spread it out. A lot of time, downtime, a lot of sort of relaxed time, a lot of sort of sitting around and just, sort of catching up and all of that stuff. And sort of balance it out. Don't do everything on the first day. Don't do too many excursions where you just literally burned out on that. Get in the relaxation. I think that's going to be the key there. I think that's going to be the key. But I'm just saying, as far as the cruise goes, it looks like the cruise is there. Now, we want some money. We need money. We need money on this new job. And the new job, will it have the money that we need? Let's use the bonfire. The bonfire, by the way, the Tarot Avantara is coming out. I have it on news, which is on Saturday. You will see the news program. If you're a Patreon member, you already saw the news. You get it early with no ads. I mean, I'm just saying, you get it early with no ads. Trying to get more money, trying to show you the money indeed. Speaking of Tom Cruise, that's a Tom Cruise movie. A Tom Cruise movie quote. You realize that, right? Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't like Tom Cruise.
You don't like? Why don't you like? Oh, never mind. Don't say that. We got a warning the last time that you railed on the vaccines. Anyway.
I'm getting the vaccine.
Okay. Well, all right. Don't say anything about the vaccine. We're gonna get banned again.
Vaccinated.
All right. So, will I get a significant pay raise with a new opportunity? 7 of Swords, Moon, Lovers, 2 of Coins. No. No, I'm not saying it. Lovers says it's more of an emotional satisfaction. It's more of a just, oh, thank God, I don't have to drive this far. Oh, thank God, I don't have to drive this. I don't have to do this. And you feel more energized. You feel more energized as that goes. That's going to be one of the big factors. You feel more energized. The Lovers, it feels like it's a good match, right? 2 of Coins, you do have a lot more options in the new job. You want to get promoted to this. You want to work on this. You want to do that. You want to work in a different place. Well, everybody needs money. But yeah, it looks like the same play. It looks like a lateral move from what I'm seeing. 7 of Swords, sneaking out of the first job, but taking what you have. Again, I think a lateral move. The Moon moving into a different location, moving in a different space, a different ecosystem between the sea and the land, having a great time as you go and have more choices and more opportunities. So money is better there because you do have more opportunities. You can do more things. You can get into other positions. You can get in other places and stuff. Yeah, and all that other stuff. Anyway, that is it. And that is
like a pay raise right there.
That is it from me, and I'm out of here. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining. See you then.
Baby, don't